Hi, it's Dr. Ray here, and I want to talk about self-sabotage. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have those negative thoughts in your head and you create the worst case story, and then to later find out it was all in your head, but you negatively impacted, say, a relationship. Before I get into this, if you like this video and other videos, please subscribe to my channel. So let's get into self-sabotage, because most people, when they think of self-sabotage, they look at the mechanism as far as doing something negative, and because of what they just did, they negatively impact a relationship. As an example, you meet someone, you're getting to know this person, and you send a text message, and for some reason, they don't text message you back. And then you send another text message that makes you come off sounding like you're needy or desperate, and that person might respond with that, saying like, I'm just getting to know you, like this turns me off, and therefore they maybe will never ever talk to you or meet with you in person again. So that happens. It's not just with you, but a lot of people. But let's look at that for a moment. Self-sabotage. And typically what that is where we have a negative thought, we have an assumption, we create a negative narrative, and we project that onto a person, situation, a group of people. As an example, we might go to a party and we see people talking and getting along, and maybe they're not talking to us, and we create a story that they don't like us, and we just leave the party feeling bad and so forth. And then to later find out that the reason why those people were in that little circle talking so closely is that somebody in that group, one of their parents died, and therefore they were holding space for that person. And so often we will allow ourselves to just create these negative stories as if people don't like us, we did something wrong, and so forth. And more often we'll tell ourselves, we'll never do that again. Why did I do that? So the way you heal that is by recognizing that it is yourself, meaning that, or if you want to call it your ego, that creates a story about a person, place, or situation that isn't positive. Now, it is true, sometimes there is something negative happening, but as you know also, you can have the most positive intentions. You think everything was great, and whomever that person is still has negative thoughts and feelings about you, and yet you did nothing wrong. So we can't really control how others perceive us, correct? However, we can control how we perceive ourselves. Therefore, we don't want to have thoughts that are negative, therefore sabotaging situations. Another example would be this. You could be a parent who is always spending time with your kids, and you never take care of yourself. There's never self-care. And you drop off your kids at the babysitter, and then when you get home, for some strange reason, the plumbing breaks in the house, and you have to attend to that, so you can't go out. Now, if you go a little bit deeper with that, you might discover that that person felt guilty. Therefore, something happened. Something happened. Some people will say this is coincidental, but I don't think it is. I've worked with over 6,000 clients, and people who have negative thoughts about themselves to where they feel guilty for saying no, for whatever reason, things show up in their life that will keep them from doing things that they love, such as going out with their friends because they feel like a bad mom if they just leave one time, and therefore, for whatever reason, law of attraction, they will attract a situation to where they can't go out even though they have a babysitter. self-sabotage. Does that make sense? Or it could be even this, where you are excited to go to maybe go on a job interview, or there's this opportunity, and for whatever reason the car doesn't start. And it's not just that occasion. It could be where there's another situation, you just can't get to point B to better your life. And I know that you probably have witnessed people like this, where no matter what they try to do to move forward in their life, something always happens. There's always fires to put out. There's always kind of like trauma, challenges, and things to deal with, rather than the things that they really want. Self sabotage. Okay? Do you understand now what I mean by self sabotage? So, back to the healing part, it's when these things happen, if you're one of those people, ask yourself this: how did I really feel about myself in this moment? How did I really feel about going out on that job interview? How did I really feel about meeting those new people? What were really the thoughts that I had? And if you pull out a journal or write this out on your phone or computer, it might be, didn't feel enough. I felt doubt. I felt like I was going to be judged. Um, uh, I didn't feel good enough. I didn't think they would like me. And what you'll notice is that there's all these like negative beliefs. Therefore, you had that negative self-talk before, say, that negative thing happened. Does that make sense? So it's almost as if we sabotage ourselves before that thing happens. So it's very important to stop, take pause if you see a pattern happening over and over again when you want to better your life, because you might be self-sabotaging. And it's not a hard thing to heal. It's just you got to be very clear and get to I statements such as, like, I'm afraid, I'm embarrassed, I'm afraid I won't be liked, things like that. And when you see that, say it's written down, and then you step back for a moment, more than often, it's not facts. It's hard to say that is true. It's a lot easier to see it from that perspective of where we recognize there's some part of me that doubts myself. Now, I know this is a video that's kind of giving you an opportunity to explore what I'm talking about. If you're interested in more what I'm talking about, please reach out to me. Click on the links to learn more how to like stop self-sabotaging. Have an amazing day.
Hi, it's Dr. Ray here, and thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate your support, and you are the one who drives this channel. So if you like to be notified when new videos come out, please subscribe to my channel and push the bell button so you are notified when new videos come out. I appreciate you supporting this channel.